And let me talk to you. She grew on my minions till I rise. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Game Skits. Today and only today, we are here to talk about a very important video game in video game history. And you know what that is? That's right. That's the one and only Sonic Frontiers. All right, but before we get into it, of course, subscribe to your boy, support the content here. Make sure to leave the like and comment and all that stuff. I'll tell you obviously what to comment when we get to that point. But before that, guys, let's get right into it. So today, what I want to talk about is the cyberspace level aspect of Sonic Frontiers, because I feel like that's that's been coming up a lot lately. We've finally seen footage of it directly from the direct. We've had all the weird cam footage from from the Summer Games Fest. We've had info now from IGN and Game Informer. I feel like this is such an important aspect of the game that I kind of want to get into, because there's been a lot of conversation around it and all that stuff. And also, by the way, keep in mind, I will have a review for Sonic Origins probably, I would say, in the next day or two. Also, where's my water? I'm gonna go get my water. Hold up, where's my water? Hold up, no. I'm not gonna even pause the video. I'm going to grab my water, and you're gonna wait there till I get it, because I'm back, bitches. But yeah, so we're gonna be talking about these, and remember, Sonic Origins review, I'll probably have it up tomorrow, after tomorrow. I wanted to sort of, I like to have a bit of time, after I beat a game, just so I can marinate on it, because I know myself, if I give my thoughts or reviews on something the frame I finish, I'm gonna be like, Goat, Raw, Fire, Peak Fiction, Muhammad Ali fighting, I don't know, something. Anyways, let's go right into it. So guys, listen, all right, cyberspace, right? Very important aspect of Sonic Frontiers that has been divulged over the past few weeks. And as for those of you that don't know what they are, the cyberspace levels are essentially the boost levels. They're essentially the boost levels that we've come to know from the past 15 years of Sonic, quite literally, from from Unleashed into all the way up to Forces. So we've been used to this formula for a while, and now that it's sort of taking a back seat, it is literally becoming one of the pillars of the game, which is now going to be the cyberspace levels. And yeah, so let's talk about this. So right here, this is one of the cyberspace gates, right? You go into it, as you can see right here, this is one of the levels. This is one of the levels. I believe it's called Metropolis, from the people that have gotten to play it. And this looks original. Again, it could be a variation of a stage from a Sonic game, like it could be a Heroes stage, or it could be City Escape for some reason. I don't know, it could be something. Obviously here we got Green Hill, and that's really all the footage we have that's legit. Now granted, we have some not fan cam footage, but like really blurry footage of Sky Sanctuary, but that's really it. And as you can see, Sonic gets a key in there to do as he must on this planet to save the day and get the Chaos Emeralds, because actually ultimately going into the cyberspace levels is what nets you Chaos Emeralds. And I believe to get the Chaos Emerald, you have to get enough keys from the level to go unlock the Chaos Emeralds. Now here's something to know, right? Here's an important thing to know here. First of all, what do I think about cyberspace levels? I love the idea. I love the idea of still having the very high octane, action-packed style of the boost formula, because I love the boost formula when it works. Like, I adore Sonic Colors, I adore Sonic Generations, and I love Sonic Unleashed, and all those games have a same common theme, which is like, they shine best when they're in their full 3D moments. With Generations, I like the 2D levels, they're awesome, I love them, they're fun, but you always look forward. The 3D one feels like the event. Same thing with Unleashed, right? Obviously you have the Werehog stages, but it always feels like the daytime stages were the event. And even with Forces, you know what I mean? Like, I loved is a strong word. I enjoyed the levels that were 3D that you got to play as Sonic, but anything else just felt like I was almost like filler until I got to that. So to have potentially a bunch of these kind of stages in this game sounds awesome. Now we have to analyze a little bit, right? Because here's the info we know so far. So far, from different sources, whether it's IGN, whether it's Game Informer, whether it's all this, we've gathered so far 6 of the cyberspace levels in the first area. Now, first one is Green Hill, which is going to be like playable from the beginning, like it's going to be the tutorial stage sort of. IGN did report that Chemical Plant Zone is one of them, and Game Informer also said that. We have a third one, which we know is Sky Sanctuary, that we saw at we saw at the Summer Games Fest from the blurry cams and stuff. We know the highway level we've seen here, the Metropolis one. We know that there's one level that is completely in 2D. That's all they said. That's all IGN said in their preview. They're like, there's one that was the one of the people that played it there played one, and it was purely 2D. And the next one we have that we know of is actually Rooftop Run. Game Informer said that in their big 30-minute interview. You can go check that out. Just search Game Informer Sonic Frontiers on YouTube. You'll find, like, they have a podcast the first 30 minutes about Sonic Frontiers. So yeah, so far we know about 6. Now logically this inclines me to believe that there will be 7 per island, because it would be weird that you could get like up to 6 Chaos Emeralds and not the 7th. My guess is what I've been saying for a while now, which is 7 of these stages, 7 Chaos Emeralds. You get the Chaos Emeralds or not to beat the boss of the island. And it's almost like you could choose to finish the island on hard mode without the Chaos Emeralds, or if you gather the Chaos Emeralds, you're gonna have a much easier time with that boss. So I think it's going to be a balance in that sense, with what you want. Now also keep in mind, right, another thing we know the cyberspace levels. From what IGN said, again, this could change later on because this is again island 1. He said they were fairly short. You know, he said it was about 2, maybe max 3 minutes. Now technically you can extend that time because there are challenges within them to get the Chaos Emeralds, because so essentially what you're doing is you're getting keys from the cyberspace level. So like you'll get a key for beating it, you'll get a key for getting all the 5 red rings, or I don't know how many red rings are. I think it's 5. You'll get a key for S ranking it, you'll get a key for finishing it with a certain amount of rings or time. So there are different challenges you can do within the cyberspace level. So even though they're fairly short, you'll have reasons to go back to them. And I think that's an important aspect of the game, right? Because then we'll get the Chaos Emeralds, blah, blah, blah. You have reasons to go back. So I know some people, right? Listen. Let's get into it. All right, listen. Let's get into this, right? Topic number 1, which is how do I feel, or how do you feel about them reusing stages? The reason why I personally don't mind, right, when I think about it, is because I think, to me, I still consider these bonus stages. You know what I mean? Like the core of the game is the open world. It is the combat. You know, it is the story. It is finding these cuckoos. It is doing these puzzles in the world and stuff. Obviously, it's very clear that, you know, these stages are a part of the game. They're a mechanic of the game and they matter, right? But in the way I see is they are a supplementary, like, bonus thing. So the idea that we're gonna think about this, right? One island potentially has 7 of these, right? We're thinking about the game having 3 to 4 islands, most likely, you know, from what we've seen from leaks and conversations and stuff. So that alone, if each island has 7 Chaos Emeralds worth of special stages, we're looking at a game with what, 21 to 28, maybe 35 if maybe we have 5 islands. Doubt it, but again, that's just assuming. Either way, let's say the range is 21 to 35 of these stages. That's awesome. I mean, Generations was 9 stages. Unleashed, I mean, if you didn't count the night stage and it was just daytime stages, what, it's like 7 levels, 7 or 8, so it's already more combined than those 2 together. So I'm thinking if it is 28, let's say it's 4 islands, right? 4 islands, the game, 28 of those special stages. That's awesome, because you have potential, you know, okay, maybe it's all the Generations levels are in there, maybe it's the Unleashed levels in there, and then maybe you just get, you know, new ones, because clearly that Metropolis stage or whatever is extremely brand new, as opposed to what we've seen, you know, from the Green Hill Zone level and the Sky Sanctuary level. So I'm thinking there is going to be a few new ones. Maybe each island has 2 brand new levels and the rest are remixes, and that's sort of how they go about it. But the game also has potential to have new remix stages. You know, what if we get a Hydro City stage in 3D? You know, what if we get a, what's it called? I don't know, Marble Hill, they fix it or some shit. I do not want Marble Hill, but imagine. Or Studiopolis in 3D. Or do you guys say Studiopolis or Studiopolis? I'd just say Studiopolis. I don't even know. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, so that's why I really don't mind it, because to me, what are we gonna get? A shit ton of them. And even if they are 2 to 3 minutes max, you know, to play through, you also have different paths in them. We've seen that there's different paths in the levels that you can take, so that's gonna be really cool. You're gonna have the secrets and stuff. So I think the value of what they're gonna add to the game, I think is really solid. And like I said, I think it has potential to be really fun. I wonder how much it takes from the main game, because we know you can increase in the main game, you know, Sonic speed, defense, all this stuff. And I wonder if those stats apply in those levels, because that'll also be really cool if, you know, you go back to some of the earlier cyberspace levels and you're just going crazy fast because you've increased Sonic's speed to the max. You should be able to. I mean, you could do it in Unleashed, so I don't see a reason why you couldn't do it here. Also, don't ask why there's a ladder here. The chat made me do it. Don't ask. Anyways, but yeah, so I think that's such a big aspect of the game that I think is really exciting, man, because so far, like, we've seen what previews have said. This game has a loop, right? The loop is, you know, open world, fight enemies to collect the gears. You use the gears to go into the portals, right? You go into the portals to do the cyberspace levels. You do the cyberspace levels, vault keys, unlock chaos emeralds, open up more parts of the island, and then so on and so forth. That's the gameplay loop. That's the feedback. We also found out that, you know, unlocking more areas in this world is actually the reason for the grind rails. Apparently, basically, the more you do on the islands, the more grind rails literally appear, so you can sort of travel through places faster, but you'll still be able to run through them into Sonic games. So that's really that with that. But yeah, I think, listen, overall for me, I'm excited for cyberspace levels. You know, I'm very curious to see, you know, which areas they bring back. Like, is this fully Sonic Generations, or, you know, maybe it's what we've all, you know, hoped for a long time, which is like a Generations 2. You know, like, what if again we get a level from Sonic Lost World? That could be really cool to see how it would look in a regular boost formula style. You know, what a Forces, dude, Sunset Heights from Forces, but if it was like awesome, would be a fantastic level. I just love that level, like the look of it and all that stuff. So seeing that Monday would be fantastic. If they took maybe the Generations 3DS style level and they brought back, you know, Water Palace from Sonic Rush, that could be really cool. We could see, I mean, with Sonic, there's like a million potentials. You know, you could get a different stage from Colors, you can get a different stage from Sonic Heroes, Sonic Adventure, anything, you know, and I think that's going to be a big aspect of it all. But yeah, I think for me, cyberspace levels, obviously, you know, would have been cool if it was all brand new original stages, right? But again, the way I see it is that they are special stages. You know, they're like a bonus. They're the thing that you have to do in the game to, you know, unlock more parts of that and stuff. But they're not things you really have to spend time in like you do in the open world, which is the fundamental core of the game. But either way, I'm really excited. So guys, let me know what you all think. What do you think about these island what's called the cyberspace levels? Are you excited? Are you upset that they're reusing levels? Do you think it's going to be all reused? Do you think it's going to be new and old because of the Metropolis level? Let me know what you all think. And of course, I love you, and I will see you all next time. Peace out. I love you.